Good morning, everyone. This is Evelyn. I actually have 3 twin flame reads for you today. They're all pretty quick ones. They're not long. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath to get started. Sending lots of love and blessings out to all of you. We're getting some sunny weather. Finally, the snow is melting a bit, so yeah, I might actually go out for a jog today. All right, so I have 3 reads. One was done on the 24th, one was done on the 25th, and then last night I did one just crossing over midnight. So we have 3 reads altogether. The first one on the 24th was cut and dealt at 10:07 in the morning, and I'm going to show you each read. Okay, so this is the first read I'm going to do that I'm doing now. Okay, this is the SIRIAN STARSEED deck, and this is the full read for that one. The second read from the 25th, and the full read for that one. And then here's the one in front of you that I did late last night. Okay, and the full read for this one. All right, so 3 reads. And the first one cut at 10:07 on the 24th. I finished clarifying that read at 10:42 to 43. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, 7 is the Chariot, 42 and 43 are the 2 and 3 of Cups. And we had the Indigo, Starseed, and Transition as the major arcana here for this read, and that was it. All 3 of those were in the read, but there were no extra majors on either side of the cards that I pull extra on either side of the read. We had 5 Pentacles, 1 Sword, and 2 Wands. There were no Cups in this particular read. And then we had the Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles in the read, as well as the King of Wands before the read and the King of Swords after the read. So we had 3 kings in this read. The numbers in the code line were all about, well, we had double 7s, double 8s, and double 9s. So 789 is the 5D. So very much about that high vibration, the 5D. But also the 7, 8, 9, 10, actually 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 as the second half. The 1 of the Magician came up, the 4 of the Emperor. 9, 10 begin again and again and again. And then again, that 6, 7, 8, 9 being very significant, and the 67 being the Knight of Pentacles, which is that loyal, humble servant. The 1, 4 of the Temperance card, the Angels, the 46 of the 6 of Cups, the Children of the Garden as well. And the code line was all about the number 11 coming from 1 and 10, the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, which is some powerful energy there, coming out with justice, truth, and balance. The code line was all about abundance and effort. And here are the messages that were coming through. There wasn't a ton of significant messages coming through these reads, as I gave you the other read last night from the Union read, which a huge message came through. But the messages on these code lines have been more minimal these days, which is typical to this time right now, because March is such a big time. It's like in the middle of February, things kind of go really slow, and then towards the end of February, they really vamp up, like right now, going through March and the solstice. So the messages here from this read were, first, MC was coming up. So anything you relate to, right? MC Hammer, whatever the MC, my son is MC as well. So the MC, and that could be someone who's MCing something, acing to dig a burrow, to flee or escape, to leak the high vibe destiny of the Knight of Swords, powering up at the height of abundance and effort. So, and actually my son was sitting here when I started doing this translation. And right as I told him this message, 11:11 came up on the clock, and he's a Scorpio, so if that means anything to any of you. Also M as Imana, I was told from Elena Denan that the Pleiadians call God, they actually refer to God as a she and call it Imana. And I believe they spell with an I, but I spelled it with an E right off the bat, which came up for lots of messages for me with E and then man and then A. So Imana. So also it comes up as M. So if I get the initial M, that can be a reference to source or Imana. So M sees one dig, an escape, a leak of the 10 Knight of Swords in the show of power up at the height of abundance and making an effort. Perhaps the speaker of the house, an orator without the magic or magi, aces an escape, destined Knight of Swords powering up to great heights. We started this read with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, that loyal humble servant, the Ace of Pentacles, not the Knight. The Ace of Pentacles, beneath the Ace of Pentacles reversed was the Five of Wands reversed, the King of Wands, the Eight of Swords, all three reversed, the Seven of Cups upright, and the Queen of Swords reversed. So ending conflict with the King of Wands reversed, released from synchronicities or options of the Queen of Swords reversed, withholding or planning a new life, or playing hardball as the High Priestess, Pisces, or possibly Virgo, dumping a load, their burdens, their responsibilities, confessing to release themselves of a deception, embarrassing self perhaps, falling in order to rise, or foolish and not sleeping, falling into the awakening process. Pisces upright, Cancer and Aries both reversed here, or no longer fighting or giving up the fight. The King of Wands reversed, release by the Queen of Swords reversed, giving them options, perhaps of an aid to help them with their burdens and responsibilities and going to the bathroom. But what to do if they wake in the middle of the night and fall, or sneaking to do foolish things in the middle of the night. So this is reminding me of getting help for your parent when they start to lose it mentally. And that could be physically as well. So rehabbing from a hospital visit, or perhaps, starting to get dementia. And this reminded me, sneaking out of the house to do foolish things in the middle of the night. When my mother was going through Alzheimer's, they were still in independent living. And even though they had two aides, one that slept overnight, my mother they were on the first floor, probably got up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and just walked out the sliding doors, like 2 lights away from the facility, and was found by the police hanging out behind Walmart, like 2 major lights away from home. And then she would go out in her bare feet too. So it kind of reminded me of that kind of energy. At 11:44, all of that going on. And they're double power numbers. So it's all about, big responsibility. Because power numbers in numerology, it's all about expecting twice as much from you, but getting twice as much in return. As the bird takes flight, offering an extra hand to the King of Wands reversed, getting over regret of leaving home so they can see a pet and or be strong. Aquarius offering inspiration to the King of Wands reversed to come clean about instability of a home and or a Leo, pet, kids, or just being strong. Sneaking away out of home, or no longer to feel badly about leaving the pet behind, or leaving a place due to a Leo, child, or a pet, where the worst is now over for the King of Swords reversed, sharing or settling out with institution, marriage, religion, or establishment, or Taurus reversed, or that Taurus and the King of Swords reversed are settling out or paying joint bills. Ice is melting, giving to the poor, or now Taurus reversed and King of Swords reversed are on the other end, asking for help, or more, sir, please, more, like in Oliver. Honeymoon comes up, and beneath that, keep an open mind. The star thinking it's lonely at the top, no one to eat with, no options in separation, or in a 3-way situation, standing their position, fending off all others' unwanted advances, or manipulations in a 1-to-1 connection or love partnership. The partner using the little lizard watching, or children watching to guilt the other to do what they want, playing music by candlelight, or birthday cake, or music and birthday gifts. Strumming my pain with his fingers, and the divine masculine remembering moments together, caring for them, big hug perhaps, but uncomfortable with little lizard by the logs watching. Then bringing chocolates and dessert to get them to make love after leading them astray, worried more about what people outside of you will think than your own feelings or who you care about. Aquarius upright, Taurus reversed, Leo upright, King of Wands reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, and the King of Swords upright, with forgiveness, number 96, and beneath that music, number 32, which is the journey, the Six of Wands. In a bold move or travel with impatience and stubbornness, or loss of temper and immobility, and the magician with all the tools to make magic now, we have Cancer upright, Sag reversed, and Gemini or Virgo upright, and breaking up or lack of affection or standing up for self and then being left for dead, with no one but Bambi to come to their aid, or Gemini reverse reigniting the torch but won't light and totally has given up, left for dead. Great pain, betrayal, and ending it, withholding time, money, and effort, or playing hardball in planning a new life. Being strong outside the box with the twin flames and forgiveness, 96 of reflection, and 69, the reflection, is the Ace of Pentacles, that offer of a new life, or maybe not, or being withheld. Forgiveness is the other side to the perfect contentment, with 69 and 96 coming up. At 12:17 is the Hangman and the Star. The underlying energy before all this underlying energy was the Fool free to align and work, to get organized, to work on a love message of hope. And then going forward after this read will be the Six of Cups reversed in a falling out and forgiving and getting back on the horse to connect eye to eye with temptation and death, dark night and transformation at 12:20 going into 12:21. Post-war with social distancing, bad influences, third parties, dumped a load, purging, overwhelmed, and the Emperor upright back in control. No longer offering love to those who don't deserve it. So back to the recent past here with the Ten of Pentacles upright, family, business, or community, and the Page of Pentacles, student or opportunity or invite, or to invite, the Ten of Cups upright, family, or an opportunity for an emotional fulfillment after achieving financial fulfillment. So looking to find emotional fulfillment now that you're stable, perhaps. Issues at the workplace with the Emperor upright and justice with the King of Wands reversed, or legal proceedings between them, and no peace with the King of Cups reversed, sharing or settling out, and walking away after a sudden event with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. Now we could have, again, the Montagues and the Capulets here. The Ten of Cups for me and the Ten of Pentacles can often either be the immediate family and the extended family, or in-laws, like one's more emotionally based, the other one's more financially based. Could be a child's accomplishment or graduation, a birthday or bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah, sweet 16, etc. Bringing two families together, or an opportunity to see how the other half lives. The Emperor could be retiring and or settling out with the King of Wands reversed and the King of Cups reversed, both without peace or peaceful place to go. The foundation being the Four of Wands reversed, instability, a move, a visit, a stay, a house that needs work, perhaps can't afford to do it. The Knight of Swords reversed, lashing out at the wounded warrior, and a lot of back and forth here, a lot of feelings expressed about knowing and keeping something to themselves. A central energy being the Indigo reversed, without an offer, perhaps for a house. The Knight of Cups offering love to the King of Pentacles, noticing that the Knight of Wands reversed is falling short, overwhelmed, or pushed to the limit, with the King of Cups reversed perhaps being arrogant, knowing and keeping to themselves, not letting anyone else know. The Knight of Wands reversed may be seen as a failure or seeing themselves that way, and the King of Cups reversed sucking up to the King of Pentacles. The challenge being, or the Indigo reversed, may be challenged by the Knight of Swords reversed, not passing messages, the Fool free to work and align and inspire while in a split or divided, finding inspiration from a big lie and walking away, home and car perhaps broken, or a move without a car, instability, in state of emergency, fight or flight, emergent move or transfer, separation to lead the way after past review, caught dumping a load or with their pants down, only confessing after they were caught. The Page of Pentacles allowing self-abuse, getting over loss, regret, to end the conflict and frustration, the lack of inspiration, illness, or lack of energy, with a negative past or past falling out or difficult kids, and destined to purge and be overwhelmed, to dump or get dumped or be dumped on, or being the patient angel with the wounded warrior deceiving or up before dawn and brooding. We have Libra and Sag upright and Cancer reversed here. Now in the present moment, crowning at 12:43, which is the Hangman and the Three of Cups, is the Eight of Pentacles upright in need of inspiration or working for a sick child or inner child, healing and forgiving. The Queen of Wands upright, Justice, left for dead, and the Queen of Wands coming clean or cleaning up their act, to or with the Hermit reverse, going crazy or coming out with it. At 12:46, the Hangman and the Six of Cups, working to get your wish or put it out there, no longer obsessing, no longer silenced either, hanging out with dependent or powerless in loss of power, money, and or independence, after a sudden event with the Empress reversed, and perhaps having a meeting of the minds with Leo upright and Aquarius and Queen of Wands reversed. And the Page of Cups trying to find how to express their feelings, destined to split, dump, or be dumped, with a moody female Sagittarius who may be drinking or making potions and wanting to hook up, two Saggies but one of a higher love, the other wounded warrior trying to deceive them to get their way, or with Cancer and not doing well. Soon is the King of Pentacles and Akashic Records, walking away without an option from a negative past, or falling out with soulmates, in dropping the facade, or kids tripping up, and the Knight of Pentacles offering help to defend themselves to Leo, egos, or kids out of control, overexposed or in need of sunshine to get over it. The Page of Cups in energetic exchange with the King of Pentacles, or hanging a shingle over them, making them their business, or the King of Pentacles supporting a cause of the child or younger sibling, or twin with two strikes against them, the Queen of Cups reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed here. Or the Knight of Pentacles is on the King of Pentacles side, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, or dependent older child, is with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or on her side, with the Queen of Cups reversed, and two families on the outs due to perhaps a gay relationship or other reason they don't want them together, culture, money, religion, etc., two different types of families, and one from each who love each other. And again, this is that Montagues and Capulets, the Romeo and Juliet. And our kids taking sides in a divorce. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Seven of Wands upright, standing up for themselves to end the conflict with synchronicities of the Queen of Swords reversed, insecure third party post-war without peace, with Dark Night walking all over her as death becomes her, the war widow. Gemini or Virgo reversed and Scorpio upright here, or someone giving up the fight and allowing death, an end, transition, 6 feet under, to be walked on. So in other words, to be walked on means that you're buried, because somebody will walk on the dirt above you. Playfulness, separation, and deception will come up for the twins here, as dark groups are manipulating social distancing rules, battles and wars over, seeing synchronicities and no peace or no way around it. Around the twins, or how they're seen, are the starseeds around the world, shining their light, healing and dreaming, and the sealed divine feminine and star grounding and integrating, Pisces and Aquarius, and the Aries season coming up here. The Page of Swords reversed with bad news or no news hanging over the world, while the Page of Cups, a message of love over the star, and lovers over grounding and integrating, and boredom. The fresh start and a big download to crown as twins receive new upgrades to shine their lights more fully as lovers. Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, and Gemini all upright here at 106, the Magician and the Lovers. The block for the twins coming up is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. That can be a dependent or powerlessness of getting over loss and regret, with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles both reversed. At 107 then, the Chariot, and effort and abundance, but even more so for the twins here is manifest and new beginnings. The splitting of the bulls and Hatari Safari, with the King of Wands reversed, brokenness and death, end, transition, and dark night of the soul, or just dark night, the divine masculine. Sagittarius drinker and patient angel. The wounded warrior in deception. Perhaps 2 Sagittariuses and upright and 2 Cancers reversed. In a death march, 2 by 2s, lovers out in the cold, received by temptation. Angels and demons, Saggies and Capricorn or goats, holding on to lies of the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, withholding to release, pulling the bow back to release the arrow, reaping rewards of suffering and silence, stress, or sleepless nights. Death be not proud, the poor tempted by the devil, without peace, coming clean, stopping downloads with the King of Swords reversed, wounded warrior walking away to a higher love destined. Scorpio, Capricorn, Sag, and Libra all upright here. Preparing to move, to stand up for self, and a fresh start with the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community. And insecure child, challenged by the Knight of Swords, losing out or lashing out or holding their tongue, with the King of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles reversed or dependent, working on transition in need of a peaceful place away from passing downloads, with the King of Swords reversed, wounded warrior, walking away and within to greener pastures. The battle ended with the King of Wands reversed, release, and taking steps to the Queen of Swords reversed, in need of a new life, with the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or perhaps dream, legacy, yet feeling left for dead, unstable home, marriage, or union, or moving, visiting, with indigo reversed, which can be a child who's feeling insecure, challenged by the Knight of Swords reversed and working to align, and rising above drama and akashics for a fresh start and perhaps a big purchase to transition in need of peace, cleaning up the act, with the King of Swords reversed, wounded warrior walking away when needed. All right, so that's reading number 1. I'm going to pull a quick energy card at the end of each one, since I did 3 today, just to delineate. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know and learn about this read? Let's clear all blocks to positive energy flow in all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding, and galactic cords across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, and so what is our takeaway from this particular read? From the 24th. All right. Cornucopia. So there's that abundance energy of thanksgiving every day, to give thanks every day. The 11 of justice, truth and balance. And when you have truth and balance, you have abundance here. And so we're trying to make that every day. By when you are off balance or frustrated in any way, you take a step back to take a look at the larger picture there, with a 29 being very present in the moment. And you see the dark and the light of it. Instead of this being the night, this is taking a step back to look at the earth, and this is the day of the enchanted forest and having abundance in every moment. So there's very beautiful energy there. We also have 2 women coming up here, because we have the woman holding a heart next, which is the 44 of grounding and integrating, and actually boredom and being tired of all that was coming up. Here's the woman tired of holding a heart, and the underlying energy being the angel of strength of the 10 of cups and the strength card energy combined. So trying to be that tower of strength, or this can be also a mother-daughter type energy here coming out. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely mother-daughter energies, and behind her is the second chakra, and they look very much like mother and daughter. They both even have wings. 36 is the Atlas, the weight of the world upon your shoulders. And then we have the second chakra, the sacral chakra, the sexual energy, creative energy, the birthing energy, you know, of the mother and the child, and the strength of the mother here, right? To keep, when the child gets distracted, helping to redirect them. That's the underlying energy. And then coming up with the abundance and gratitude, and taking a step back to see the world, or perhaps taking a break from what you do to find your heart center again. Okay, very feminine energies coming up there. All right, so reading number 2. This was done Oh, sorry, this was actually done on the 24th too, late. So two was done on the 24th and then one yet last night. Okay. So this one was cut and dealt at 7:07 on the 24th. And it was actually done though, for today. At 7:15 is the Chariot and the Devil. And F crystals, for me, F is the phi energy of expanding and contracting. And crystals can mean being Christ-like. So expanding and contracting that energy as well, ALS. So again, Lou Gehrig's disease could come up, but also being like Christ and expanding and contracting that. I finished clarifying at 7:29, which is the Chariot and the Three of Wands being very present, which just came up in the energy deck cards. And the major arcana that came up for this read were Reason, which is the Emperor, the Star, Chariot, Solar Deity, the Sun. And before the read, Luna and Justice, and the after the read cards were Higher Self and Karma, which is Judgment. We had 1 Wand, 3 Swords, 2 Pentacles, 1 Cup. And it was just 26 on the dot, which is the Page of Wands, that young inspiration. The Page of Cups was the only court card in this read. We had the Queen of Cups prior to the read. And we had double 2s and double 4s, the Fool, and that boredom card again of the 4 of Cups, grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, especially receiving it. We also have the 12 of the Hangman, the 24 of the Queen of Wands, the 45 of the 5 of Cups, 56 of the 2 of Swords, 89 of the Phi energy, and in a lesser sense, well, we also had 9, 10, begin again and again and again, keep your vibration high and keep coming back to center. In a lesser sense, 68, which was the Page of Pentacles here. The code line for this read was all about the number 5, which is freedom, expansion, excitement, vacations. It's the romantic house of fun and flirtation. And the code line was all about time out, domestic harmony, and teaching and learning. So the Sophia energy and seeing the key to expanding and contracting, so free of the Chariot, perhaps not needing to use your car. Maybe you've been home a lot lately, so you're finding the benefit and the freedom in not having to depend on your car all the time. In alternating currents of the expansion and contraction, and being human, but to the left. And food was coming up, maybe eating too much food, expanding and contracting, right? When you eat too much food, how uncomfortable it makes you. And again, the F is being accentuated in the food here, the expanding and contracting. The Sophia being the student of So 5, or free, freedom, change, and expansion, and the Hierophant of the vehicle in alternating currents of expansion and contraction, coming back to 0 point, and then just being human and catching too much or eating too much and staying to the left. Right? That's a feminine thing to do, eating too much, right? Because we eat our emotions and the feminine's more emotional. So we have this read starting out with Reason, or the Emperor, upright. Beneath it, the 8 of Swords upright, the Queen of Cups reversed, Luna, or the Moon, upright, 2 of Swords upright, and Justice upright here. But Reason on top. The Emperor, or Reason, after imprisoned with the Queen of Cups reversed, who could be a Cancer or just at night, knowing and floating, and keeping to themselves, the Justice of the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles offering help, perhaps to dump a load, to confess, Justice of the World upside down, or Libra and the Divine Feminine in the 5D, or Aries upright, Libra upright, and Pisces reversed, and Cancer, Queen of Cups reversed, worried about Aries, Knight of Pentacles, perhaps driving, Libra and Pisces. A lot of back and forth, an energetic exchange, feelings expressed, finding peace, detoxing, or with Capricorn reversed, or King of Pentacles reversed, could be one and the same. With the Knight of Pentacles and Sovereign both upright, these could be siblings here, or the King of Pentacles reversed with his kids. Defenseless to energies, and the 10 of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, dysfunction or loss. That could be misuse of money as well. And Sunshine, kids, vacation, or full exposure. Snake in the grass and London Bridge falling down, dogs sniffing around, or dysfunction of leaving a young child alone with the dogs. Coming home to find child, riding the dog, bareback and all, or trading in 2 dogs for a white horse, or horsepower, and went kaplunk. Leg broken or all stopped up, issues under the chassis exposed, and that can have to do with your inner organs, right, your digestive system, perhaps an old home or old folks' home. Siblings offering help to old man, or Capricorn reverse with addictions and codependencies. The Queen of Wands reversed without options, and to the right, working to align with the Hierophant reversed now that the worst is over. No more all boys club or wasting money or being wasteful at work. Notches and streetcars, Geppetto's son made of wood. Outside the box, and spirited bliss, the Queen of Wands reversed out of options with Taurus reversed or in a break from her commitments. At 8:04, strength and the Emperor is heart-to-heart conversations, and beneath that, let your friends help. Harsh lies, split or divide, checking out of rehab, a hospital, a MASH unit, or prison camp in need of strength, health, and the King of Swords reversed no longer being watched, no more Nurse Ratched or the world upside down, and the cycle almost done. At 8:07 is the Strength and the Chariot. The split with Leo, kids or pets who are out of control. No more being strong-armed or handled by strangers. With a knick-knack paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. And the King of Swords reversed no longer watched. Glued to the ceiling and in another world. No more remote viewing, only 1 channel or 3 perhaps. Weird dreams or fantasies, and can almost taste it now. No more being touched and told what to do. Again, this comes up very much those energies of someone being inside a facility and wanting to get out. Leadership comes up here as 81 in the end of karma, and beneath that, follow your dreams with number 85, which is the reflection of 58, the 4 of Swords. So then 85 for me is grounding that 5D connection into your reality. Left for dead, the Queen of Cups strong and taking care of pets perhaps, unfair, imbalanced, not sharing, or there's debt to consider, tempted by the Holy Grail at work, connecting, and a squirrel perhaps in the fireplace, or taking your stuff, hiding by the press, the printer, or the vice grip, the lathe, or doing metal work, and thinking of you. Rat into the juice and sniffing around the yard, grounding and integrating a workplace connection, the 2 of Cups intense connect with the Emperor, perhaps the Queen of Cups with Leo in her chart. The 2 of Cups connect of the Emperor exposed, or sunshine and bliss, with the Divine Feminine in the 5D world, leading the end of karma around the world. The injustice of traveling suddenly out in the world, or Libra reversed and Cancer upright, Scorpio and Pisces upright as well. As going forward here after the read is the Emperor and Judge in a state of emergency, with the Queen of Cups reversed, satisfied in getting their wish, perhaps. Or the Emperor divorced and broken down on the way to the Queen of Cups reversed with Cancer in their chart, getting her wish. Or knowing and not telling, the Empress reversed, not hearing the call, and Fool free to leap, or Taurus reversed, Aquarius reversed, and Aries upright here at 8:30, being strong. And then the 4 of Wands, which is the home or the union. Perhaps knowing and pretending not to, and in the recent past, the 5 of Swords reversed, post-war, which is PTSD and looting, right? Presently frustrated in a losing battle to implement a plan while knowing and keeping to themselves. The Queen of Pentacles reversed under the radar, either in disconnect and not getting along, or a breakup, or at a distance and not being able to see each other. From aligning, perhaps a distance or disconnect from aligning and getting ducks in a row, or getting organized and dealing with PTSD issues. The foundation here is the 4 of Wands reversed, the instability, with the Knight of Wands upright and the Page of Wands upright, disorganized at home, broken down in the state of emergency and disconnect or at a distance, or visiting without a car. And again, this could be kids going to visit a relative or going to stay with a friend. The central energy being the Star upright, in energetic exchange, suffering in silence, needing courage to be free, with Aquarius and Aries and the Magician upright and Leo reversed, manifesting big time, with Gemini or Virgo upright, and challenged by the Chariot reversed, tripping up, dropping the facade, the pattern, with a death perhaps. And this could be after death. I'm not getting major death energy in this read at all, but there could have been one that happened already. So dealing with those patterns of death and dark night, endings and transitions with Scorpio energy upright, or Aquarius or the Star, challenged by Cancer reversed, and Scorpio upright. The Lover, Queen of Cups reversed, connected to Sovereign, saving or withholding. The Queen of Cups reversed, Cancer perhaps, Lover, and Sovereign playing hardball. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed, holding on or saving and grounding. Under the radar, coming clean. The Hierophant reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed, which can be the King of Pentacles, could be have Taurus in his chart. Could be dumping a load or caught with his pants down, confessing only because he got caught. The Patient Angel, Wounded Warrior, weak, or Leo reversed, and the Knight of Wands, lying or in split, dumping burdens and responsibilities on the Page of Cups reversed, vulnerable child with issues at the workplace, or spoiled child without a job perhaps. And now is the Two of Pentacles reversed, no more surrendering to those outside self, finding peace, healing, and choosing a new path. The Fool free to leap away from jealous connection, or jealousy connection, with the Wounded Warrior post-war. Fantasy of the Queen of Wands reversed, seeing synchronicities and walking away from a falling out in the past, or difficult kids tripping up or removing their masks, breaking patterns in a split, needing the truth, left behind, injured and cold, holding their tongue with the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Two of Cups reversed, disconnected with the Wounded Warrior in a nightmare with jealous Scorpio and the Wounded Warrior, Leo or Sagittarius, and no reunion, and the Knight of Wands in a split, dumping on the Page of Cups reversed at work with issues. Soon here for the twins is the Ace of Swords reversed, divided, grounding and integrating, awakening to emotional fulfillment with the secret passion in the 5D, going crazy or coming out across the rainbow bridge with the gold coin, floating unity consciousness on their minds, Scrooge trapped between bridges, twin bridges, in the game of leapfrog, and Sovereign playing hardball, magnetizing the big gold coin. Twin flames are seeing themselves as the Page of Cups reversed, after death of the Empress reversed, or sudden events or drama of Scorpio and Taurus both reversed. At night or at the full moon, the Queen of Swords speaking to the Magician, manifesting, leveling up to dark night, and walking right over those who refuse to heed the call at work. And remember, tomorrow is the full moon, so we're in the full moon energy now. It's 9:11 on the clock, so that was your emergency warning broadcast system. Cancer upright, Gemini or Virgo upright, as well as Scorpio upright and Aquarius reversed here. Rejections at work or rejections for work. Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, and Scorpio moving forward here. Taurus and Aquarius and another Scorpio are reversed here and may not be moving forward. Playfulness comes up, and beneath that separation, around the twins or how they're seen, is sunshine, the sun, all exposed. The patient angel of a higher love, destined and defenseless to energies or kids who are fully energized. Leo and Sag and Libra upright here, and the block for the twins being the Four of Swords, 5D connection. The King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups reversed, by the Hermit reversed in connection with the High Priestess reversed. Teaching and learning, and the High Priestess reverse also can be a secret passion or a secret that's now out. The need to use your intuition. Teaching and learning, domestic harmony, and time out, as the Dark Priestess is reversed, strategizing, pushing third party to their emotional limit as the prisoner or hostage. At 9:03, the Hermit and the Empress. Sovereign, King of Swords reversed, detoxing chaos. And at 9:04, the Hermit and the Emperor, the Sovereign finding peace without reunion, dumping a load with the Page of Cups reversed, with issues at work. Satisfied, Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, dysfunction, and the King of Wands reversed, sharing or settling out to get over it. The Page of Pentacles curious about their abilities, with a secret passion, the Divine Feminine in the 5D world, And the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community dysfunction or loss. The Emperor upright and the Page of Cups reversed, which are, you know, polar opposites, the one who's totally in control and responsible, and the one that's being, you know, either a baby crying or a spoiled child, right? Totally irresponsible. Perhaps a child star and the Emperor star, or maybe that's one and the same person. Or Aries upright and Aquarius upright, with baby or spoiled child, or vulnerable and shy, requiring their protection, or like I said, a child star. Reason or Emperor unstable home, or moving, visiting, and the Page of Cups reversed, exposing all, or on vacation. Post-war or virus, the star, challenged by a state of emergency, or break up, down, break in, or break through, or car issues in a split, a lie, or taking a break, breaking patterns, or falling for sovereign at peace, with the Page of Pentacles learning to use their intuition, and the 5D world with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, with dysfunction or loss or misuse of funds, the Emperor upright, the Page of Cups reversed, shining their light. The Emperor post-war, done stretching from frog to prince, in the Two of Cups, intense connection, the Four of Wands reversed, instability, and the Star upright, the Two of Pentacles reversed, in dropping the facade or the mask, or breaking patterns, and visiting the Star, challenged by car issues and tripping up, or breaking patterns. The Page of Cups reversed, rejection in a split, a lie, a need for truth, exposing all on break or on vacation, with sovereign moving to peaceful waters, with the Page of Pentacles, opportunity or student or child of secret passion in an upside-down world, of the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community. And I watched that night the baby elephant story. It was so sweet. You know, that was more of a documentary, so, but it was very beautiful, so you might want to watch that, the baby elephant. So again, the elephant's coming up, and Ganesha. All right. And also, there was a lot of parallels that came up in that read just now. I was just realizing it. I wasn't realizing it before, but my daughter was just home for a visit. And while she was home for a visit, I took my car in for inspection, and, you know, we spent a lot of time together. Her friend spent some time with, she just lost her mother, so, you know, just spending some quality emotional time together with people. All right, so here's the card from this read. What is our takeaway for this read here? Okay. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. 38 is the Queen of Cups. This is being very heart-based and focused on the heart, which is all about the Queen of Cups. And she was coming up, I think, wasn't that reversed in that read? She is upright in this third read here. So that's the energy of this now, because it's more current. So the Queen of Cups, and being very heart-based and in community with others. And again, like I was just saying, we're hanging out, the girls, perhaps to help each other recover their hearts. The Seven of the Chariot, the Queen of Cups is the 38. And then we also have the 42, which is the woman holding a coin, which is very interesting because 38 is my soul number, 42 is my outer personality number, and 7 is my power number. So very interesting there. And 7 is very much about the calm before the storm, the peace, the strength that is built from that 0 point. And this is being very heart-based. This is being more stability-based, right? So finding, it's like, I'm getting like, you know, this is like an energetic hug, you know, around others who need that support. Having the emotional support, having the financial support to be able to help out the community. And then we have the masculine coming up, having their throat chakra activated to speak their truth, right? The Knight of Cups here, 39. And the underlying energy here, the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, the crown chakra, and that crowning moment, the 41 of the Ace of Cups, self-love, spiritual love, and new love. And finding, you know, what doesn't work, what works for you and what doesn't work for you, right? The crowning moment is being done with the cycle, opening up your crown as well to what really makes you happy, because she obviously doesn't look happy at all right here. Neither does this one. This is more anxiety issues of the 3D world. And then this is the going through the, dark night of the soul, perhaps, and awakening up to your new abilities, but both struggling in different ways. Okay, so here's all of those girls and guys, working on those things, anxieties and awakening, and feeling ascension symptoms perhaps as well. The masculine coming more into his heart and having his throat chakra activated, and then the girls coming together to comfort each other and perhaps receive stability from a mother in a one-to-one connection. All right, so read number 3 here. All right, let's see here. Oh, by the way, in the union read that I posted last night or yesterday, the 12-minute read, the grid of that union read added up to 55, which is the Ace of Swords. I just wanted to add that because that was a very significant around the read, 55. And going into the full moon in Virgo tomorrow, and we'll see how that works out. Alrighty. All right, so read number 3, done late last night. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 9:31. 31 was very significant here. 31 is the 5 of Wands, that expansion energy of conflict, of games, of this pursuit of happiness, perhaps. It just depends on the perspective and the energy you're in. And I watched the movie Triumph of the Heart, which is an old movie, but really beautiful. So if you have never watched it, definitely watch that, Triumph of the Heart. It was such a beautiful movie about an athlete and a young boy who had some physical issues. So Triumph of the Heart and connecting. It's like I'm getting, any kind of help for children, whether it's big brothers and big sisters, or being a foster parent, or being a friend's parent, giving love to another child, to your children's friends. It's all of that community kind of love energy coming up, that we can all be there to help each other. There's a big parallel to the other movie I watched recently about the child who had dyslexia and was misunderstood and abused terribly in school by the parents and the school, and then sent away. That was so heart-crushing. And then this movie last night of the athlete with the child, where in both movies, a teacher, or an athlete, just because they put in a little bit of extra time to give someone attention made all the difference in the world in that child's life. So this is important to come up as well. And patience, of being a child being misunderstood, right? Because they often act up when no one's being patient with them or listening to what their issues are. So 9:31, the Hermit and the 5 of Wands came up, and then, I cut the deck at 9:33, but 31 was significant there as well. Definitely with connection energy. 9:33 is the Christ vibration, the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself. When I cut this read, and all about the 27th and the full moon in Virgo. At 10:04, again, message received, F flames, again, the expansion and contraction of the flame energy of drama, but also of the third energy. And by the way, this read was completed at 10:19, but so was the union read that I posted last night, 10:19, which is 10 of the Wheel of Fortune and 19 of the Sun. And the code line here was all about the number 6 of the Lovers. And also the 66 of the Queen of Pentacles, but also the 6 plus 6, which is the 12, or the Hanged Man, as we come up upon Easter season. We had major arcana of the Wheel of Fortune, Reflection, which is the Hermit, Reason, which is the Emperor. Before the read was Indigo, or the Magician, and after the read was Luna, or the Moon. We had 3 Pentacles, 1 Cup, 3 Swords, 1 Wand, and there were no court cards in this read, so no people. We had 9s. We had the 9 of Cups before the read, the 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands in the 9 of Swords in the read, 9 of Wands after the read, but there were no official court cards. We had the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands before the read, and the Queen of Swords come up after the read. And the 3 Pentacles, 1 Cup, 3 Swords, 1 Wand was 31-31. So here's that 31 coming up again. And it came up again as well. The numbers here were triple nines in this read, as well as double threes and double sixes, the Christ vibration and the Queen of Pentacles, and the triple nines of compassion, which I was just talking about with children and patience. We also have the 88 of the dance of the twins standing side by side, both balanced within their masculine and feminine. We have the 8-9 of the Phi energy, expanding and contracting, the 9-10 of the begin again and again and again, expand and then bring yourself back to center again. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, again expanding from 3, 4, 5, moving into the sixth dimension as well, moving out of the third. So we're really going through 3, 4, 5, 6 now, pulling in the sixth dimension and density into our regular daily life now to let go of the 3. The code line was all about compassion here, and the C was separated into C of the unity consciousness, the Christ consciousness, and the Om passion during your meditation, the passion for going within. And the code line, Neiman Marcus came up, and then as soon as Neiman Marcus came up, when I was watching the movie, Marcus was one of the athletes they talked about. So however that comes up for you, Neiman Marcus, it might just be the names, but seeing the arrow pointed towards the Six of Cups, the reason you are to get in or get aboard, right? Climb aboard this train. And that might have to do with the Emperor and the cups, the children. And again, I was just talking about that, right? Where the men in power find their feminine side by connecting with children with issues. Also Christ and Mary, lovers, yes, greater than the Six of Cups. The reason to climb, ascend, and rise. Never mind if directed at the Six of Cups, the children with issues, right? Because the Six of Cups keeps coming up reversed here. The Emperor to rise, to mount. I was just getting Mounties now as well. So to come and arrive at the I, the chakra system, being greater than the Six of Cups, the inner children, the I am that I am. The reason you are a wife or a boarder or your wife or boarder is to climb aboard. No message to be depressed or to unexpectedly meet. Waves, breakers, rumors, or blood, the inner children and reason you are compassionate. Unity, Om, compassion. Oh, unity, Om, passion. So the unity consciousness of going within, that your connection with self is more important than your connection outside yourself, one-to-one. But again, it's coming up about the inner child, and it's so important for the adults to connect with for an adult, not only children to connect with children, to identify with a friend, but for an adult to intervene on their behalf, especially for those children who are struggling. That's a big message coming up here. All right, so I started translating this read at 11:11 with the Three of Pentacles upright, and beneath that the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed, Indigo and Queen of Wands upright, and the Three of Swords reversed. And working perhaps after dissatisfaction of the King of Pentacles reversed, Indigo upright, and the Queen of Wands upright, perhaps 3 people here healing, or 2 adults dealing with a child between, and healing, coming together at the workplace, perhaps any place to co-create, whether it's church, an art center, the gym, school, perhaps having parent-teacher conferences here and trying to help a child with learning disabilities, dumping multiple loads suddenly, with the Divine Feminine in the 5D, letting go to fix, repair, and make amends, with the impatient King of Wands reversed, or Fallen Angel, Sagittarius reversed, suddenly dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve at the workplace, or school, or wherever you co-create, and the World upside down with the cards on the table, losing patience, as the King of Wands reversed may be feeling a failure. And again, this could be the inner child of an adult who also needs help in understanding things about themselves. In a losing battle of the Page of Pentacles reversed and the King of Wands reversed, the Star dissatisfied with self and yet family emotionally fulfilled, with the Queen of Wands upright destined to school the goose, standing up for the Divine Feminine in 5D without options, but to co-create from the 5D and be responsible since he put her there. The bull and the lion are out of the picture, but the snake in the grass is lingering around the workplace. Always ahead in the race, but now the crown is lost, offering to pay for rumors or bad advertising, bad news bears, and negative self-talk. It was interesting too, because a friend had emailed me about the company bear, so that's coming up as well here. Willing to pay to get to the truth, digging around to get to the gold, was offered the prize, but they had trust issues or child who lies. Stay optimistic, and beneath that was honeymoon. No passionate exchange here, or heated debate, delay after delay in healing harp, bird of prey, or fallen Irishman here. Fending off unwanted advances, putting sword aside at 1144, justice and grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, putting the sword aside and moving to peace, with the Knight of Pentacles offering something healthy, concerned with what happened down by the riverside. The dragonfly's mate in a heart or harp shape, or one woman and three men coming up here, one to hold her, another to have sex, a third to chase her down and keep her healthy, or give healthy choices, or that's her trainer. The truth aside, leaning on a stone, or wasting their time leaning on the stone pillar, with little lizard watching on the table by the logs, or a witness, and I was just getting the movie Witness, to what else was I to do? Communication comes up with number 33, and beneath that karmic completion with number 10, a turn for the better, and silver and gold. Silver and gold, right? So we have the Cornelius from Rudolph. Silver and gold. The sun and full exposure of the thief and the knight, the silver and gold. The sun and full exposure of the thief and the knight. Lovers upright with a negative past of rejection post-war and apologies needed. At 11:55, justice and the truth, the Knight of Wands is back on the horse and moving quickly. Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Cupid and Comet, and Donner and Blitzen. All in one are red except for the nose. That was long in an unfair fight. Not so much green as a brown noser. Leo upright and Gemini upright. One got played or ghosted by the Knight of Wands lover. God's gift at the workplace, no longer choosing a dark past or negative self-talk or lying, spying, and rumors. The loyal, humble servant standing up and communicating for themselves. And again, that's that Knight of Cups having their throat chakra activated. At 12:03, the Hangman and the Empress, with the Knight of Wands upright and the Page of Swords reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles upright, perhaps at work together, right? These are all very young energies. Two knights and a reversed page between them, and that could be negative messages between them or no messages between them as well, or negative self-talk. But the Knight of Wands and Knight of Pentacles are both upright here. There's also injustice of a heated exchange, and then going forward after the read is great pain, betrayal, and a painful end. The sovereign split with a negative past catching up to them. A scam, rejection, unfair, imbalanced relationship and or debt, or shameful falling out after the sovereign survived being left bleeding out and searching for the truth about why they slithered away. Unfairly rejected or put aside. Coming clean about guilt and shame, and not sharing with crybabies or spoiled brats, weaklings, or the vulnerable, all right? And which is the playground PTSD of children being, abused at school and no one doing anything about it. Teachers not sticking up for them, no one having, intervening when bullies are at play. And this would be a child growing up that way, right? They were taught not to cry, so now they grew up with that perception of, we don't have time for crybabies or spoiled brats or weaklings or the vulnerable, which is just name calling. In the recent past is the Five of Pentacles upright, the Mary Magdalene in the cave, in exile from the group, tempted by the devil, waving, knowing and keeping to themselves and not calling. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups reversed. She's upright, he's reversed. Not, well, actually before that, the Empress reversed and the Queen of Pentacles upright, which can be a mother and daughter energy here, or perhaps a Queen of Pentacles who lost her mother recently, dumping emotional attachments to sunshine, happiness, or exposing all about spying, lying, rumors, and negative self-talk. The foundation for the twins being reflection upright, the Hermit with light, and the Emperor with a happy family or emotional ending, with the Hermit shedding light or the Rainbow Bridge, coming clean or cleaning up the act or space by lashing out or holding tongue, or painful stretches in bridging the Emperor and the Hermit together at 1224, which is the Hangman and the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles upright and the King of Cups reversed, not sharing, lack of sleeping, awakening and rising above, social distancing, bad influences, third party hostage of Grim Reaper, and the Knight of Cups, or two of a kind, one dark and one light. The Dark Knight and Be Love, the Knight of Swords reversed, holding their tongue, destined to be held down by Libra and Scorpio here. The central energy here is the Great Wheel upright, destined, or Virgo and Libra in the Bat Cave coming out. Knight of Swords reversed, left behind by Dark Knight and Knight of Cups, or Scorpio, and challenged by the Six of Cups reversed, offering love to a negative past. Third party Queen of Swords upright with followers, but Libra, Knight of Swords reversed, won't listen to them. Kids or inner children not getting along in a losing battle with destiny, or Libra, Queen of Swords, rejected and unhappy, vulnerable and dissatisfied, or spoiled child being arrogant here, or just shy and vulnerable. Tripping up, dropping the facade, getting over it, disconnected in a breakup, or not seeing eye to eye, or at a distance and not able to see each other. Reaping rewards of a new passion and burning the past. There's no surprise here with the King of Cups reversed, inspired to move or visit and carry the burden, batless, the weight and the world, in a bold move to the Queen of Cups in her knowing and keeping to herself, putting her cards on the table or spending a little bit at 1234. 1, 2, 3, 4, shut the door. 12, the Hangman. 34 is the Eight of Wands. Now, crowning is the Divine Masculine Scrooge, letting go and coming out in the sunshine. Perhaps daydreaming a little instead of keeping, Scrooging his energy, his time. Maybe daydreaming, being more relaxed. Putting it out there for all to see. Implementing a plan to heal and dream about somewhere over the rainbow, and the Knight of Wands, you see. The Secret Passion with no options. The Dark Priestess without the keys. And the Page of Pentacles reversed. Could be a child or a student who's definitely in need. It can be someone who never learns their lesson too as well, or that opportunist who has learned to expect everyone else to do it for them. The Page of Pentacles reversed may be in need of help, or maybe needing to stop abusing themselves. A meal out with the Magician who's hangry, and the Divine Feminine, the 5D, and the Emperor with their back turned, stunned by the light of the lover's time in the sun. The Dark Priestess suffering in silence or stressed, offering love by the King of Pentacles reversed and the Empress reversed, who they are then receiving passionate offer in a heated exchange, with defensive lover grounding and integrating, the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups, or Divine Masculine planning a meet, with the High Priestess reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed, with Gemini or Virgo, Pisces reversed, and Aries and Leo upright, and the Emperor focused on lover with children, or the Page of Pentacles reversed with Queen of Cups, Leo, or Sunshine, or the Emperor surrounded by Pisces reversed, who's her bodyguard, and Leo upright, who's in need of help, Pisces reversed without options, and Leo reaping rewards, Virgo and Aries with Pisces reversed between them, or family ending, or etheric bridge. Cancer, Queen of Cups, staying quiet, but letting go at the same time, and soon here's the Eight of Swords trap, the prison, the Queen of Swords speaking, and the Knight of Pentacles offering help to justice, divorce, or Libra in need of courage to manifest before dawn, to find peace away from what's not working with Taurus and or Aquarius. or getting up to travel early to prison, or like something that's like a prison to them, or there was deception at the new moon, or the Queen of Cups imprisoned with Cancer in her chart, perhaps with Virgo too, Libra upright and 2 Leos reversed, Gemini and Virgo upright, Cancer reversed here, or court proceedings with bail or an arrest made, or someone paid off a weak judge and is now going to prison or sent away for a very long time. Twin flames are seeing themselves as the 9 of Swords, suffering in silence, stressed out, or purging as the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, both upright, are moving or visiting with the Knight of Wands upright, or mom visiting with kids, or kids going between parents in a bold move by the wounded warrior, or Cancer and Sag moving in together, or a child moving out, perhaps going to stay with you. Perhaps somebody else's child is coming to stay with you because they're unhappy at home at 12:58, the Hangman and the 4 of Swords. Heart-to-heart conversations, religious factors, and this could be the one, perhaps moving in to purge together and happy about it. Around the twins or how they're seen is the 6 of Swords upright, embarrassing self in front of the 10 of Pentacles family, business or legacy, or falling from grace but finding peace here in it, standing up to the crowd willing to carry the load, or taking the fall or falling out with a difficult past and or negative kids. The block for the twins being the Reason or the Emperor, committed to their dreams or their marriage even if it's not working at 104, the Magician and the Emperor. Compassion comes up here, but even more so is change and relationship change. An offer of a new life to third party in pain, all exposed in heated exchange, with the Queen of Cups knowing and putting it out on the table. Lovers out in the cold and the King of Swords reversed walking away, deception and healing and betrayal, and or the Queen of Cups with Cancer in her chart, and the wounded warrior offering something to the Queen of Swords, perhaps time, money, and effort to climb out of the dark. The Sovereign hanging out, or single Capricorn, present to the moment. The Queen of Swords was burdened by the King of Swords reversed, walking away, and the wounded warrior offering payment for their time, perhaps for their pain and suffering. The 3 of Pentacles workplace with the Hermit suffering in silence to find peace, out in the cold, destined and challenged by a falling out with soulmate or kids. Imprisoned by Emperor coming out of the Batcave about heated exchange or delays and deception with the wounded warrior offering a new life or payment to the Queen of Swords to come up and hang out and wait for gift. Workplace, caring for those in exile, destitute, injured or ill. The Knight of Wands saves the day, shedding light and destined to come out, challenged by the 6 of Cups reversed, falling out in the past, the suffering in silence in prison and moving to peace with the Emperor in a heated exchange about deception or getting up too early perhaps, and the wounded warrior offering the Queen of Swords to see the light to their abundance and wisdom and gift of the moment, or wanting or them waiting for their ship to come in. Virgo and Libra falling out, 3, 4, and 5 of Pentacles, work, letting go, and out in the cold, one in prison, one suffering in silence and moving to peace with the Emperor in a heated exchange, with the Divine Masculine coming out about deception and Cancer reversed, and not giving up, and an offer to the Queen of Swords to stand up and be counted. Relationship change and compassion coming up here at 120, which is then the Magician and the 20 of Judgment, the final judgment. All right, so now let's pull another energy deck card here. It is 10838 to 9, which is the Magician, the Strength, the Dance of the 8, and then the Queen of Cups to the Knight of Cups. And I just whistled when I said the Queen of Cups. It's 9:42 on the clock, which is the Hermit and the 2 of Cups coming together. And what is our takeaway from this read? And then we'll pull a Journey of Love card as well. It usually ends up being more than that, but that's okay. All right, so for this read, what is our takeaway? Ooh, that went flying right up and out. Financial constraints. All right, so feeling the cupboards being bare. And this is the end of the winter, which is a typical energy for this time, which I brought up around the messages as well. Even my messages are feeling a little bit bare right now. 13 is the Death card, transition. And remember that the 13 for is about survival, not about dreams, right? This is having the wrong perspective, having the perspective of lack as opposed to the perspective of manifesting your dreams. And then we have the 51 of the King of Swords here, right, with all of his tools on board, ready to manifest big. And the Magician was upright here, and the King of Swords was reversed. He was reversed here. So he's feeling deficient in his energies. So the Master may be feeling like he was learning his abilities, and now all of a sudden they feel like they're not there, which is because that's just the way the energies goes. Sometimes we're more connected than others. It's just about that circular energy. And then we have the Sun, and the Sun is upright here. All right, so needing time in the sun, perhaps spending time in the sun. So it's like time for a break when you're not getting your messages or you're feeling devoid of whatever it is, whether it's money, time, or energy, or your messages. It's time when you're reversed like that, being in negative self-talk, it's time to get vacation or just time in the sun to play and have fun, take a break. And then we have the abundance card coming up after the Sun. Then you'll feel all better and you'll have more gratitude for the situation. The underlying energy being the 52 of the Queen of Swords, who's upright in this read, the goddess of the moon, holding up the false light, while the divine masculine takes a break, 19 in the Sun. All right, so this is the masculine underlying energy needing to take some time to themselves as the false light of the Queen of Swords and the moon, right, which is just a reflection of the sun. It's not the actual receiving of the sun. Holding things up for them while they take a break. And then in the read, there's fire energy that then comes in, offering something to the Queen of Swords. And it's kind of like the Atlas energy as she's holding up the moon. You know, in Atlas, when Hercules offered to take the rock off of Atlas for a bit, but then, of course, gave it right back to them. Of course, Atlas fell for that because Atlas was a good person. So there's that kind of energy there. And maybe someone being used for their kindness. Let's pull from the Journey of Love now. And the masculine may also be expected to take people on vacation, but they can't right now because the cupboards are bare. So there's no money for vacation this year. But you don't need to spend money to go out in the sun. And there may be somebody who's moody about that because they're kind of a night person. They don't want to spend time in the sun, which they need sun, for their health. All right, we have the Journey of Love. What is our message today? Let's take another deep breath, you guys. Those two came up. Two came up together, and then 3 came up. Let's see what else is coming up, and then 2. All right, they're playing a little game with me today. All right. Wait, still going. All right, they want me to count the numbers here. Oh, there's a lot. All right, so first we have the bottom of the deck, which is Heaven. 70 is the end of the deck for this deck. All right, the underlying energy is Heaven on Earth, the 70 of 0 behind the 7 of the Chariot, the Ascension, the vehicle of Ascension. Beneath that is the sacred convergence of the twins, all right, coming together in heaven, heaven on earth. How beautiful is that? And you see how the moon looks like it's expanding into a different energy as we go into heaven on earth. So maybe the moon's changing right now. And I've heard energies about that too, about the clearing out of the false energy of the moon. All right, so first I'm going to count the cards that they had me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, the Fool. So that's that energy of the Fool with an open heart, free to take a leap of faith, and look what's at the bottom of that bulk. This is the 22 cards. And there's the masculine feminine in the 0 point with the third energy. It's like the energy of the child between them. But it doesn't have to be a child. the guardian of the soul family. 26 of the child, that Page of Wands, that inspiration. So there's 22 there of the Fool and Heaven, right? The Fool always lives heaven because they're in the moment with an open heart, staying free. And the first two cards that came out, we have 2, then 3 cards came out, and then 2 cards, and then 1, and then 2. So you see the flow of the energy, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. They're showing you the energy flow. So 66 and the coming together of the Queen of Pentacles comes up here. And again, this is the energy of the chambers of the heart, the printing presses, the energy that goes into this, to pumping the heart, to printing the presses, or printing the paper, whatever it is. And then we have intimacy, which is very much like this energy as well on the bottom of the 22 cards. And this is all about heaven. I mean, look what we have here. These are the cards that I just showed you. The underlying energy, the bottom of the stack of 22, and then the coming together and intimacy of the union here, right? But they're all very different. They're all very smooth, you notice. This one's maybe a little bit of roughness here. But they're not, none of them are like really just blatant with sharp edges, you know, it's just black and white. It's not like that at all. They're all 4 totally different colors, and yet there's a similarity between them as well, right? It's all about the 0 point, right? The 0 point here, everyone coming out, like this is the toroidal field, right? The expansion out from the 0 point, how all the energy that you create from the 0 point is that domino effect out, the rippling effect out to everyone else in heaven, right? By being at the 0 point with your third energy, with your child, the co-creation of the twins, of the heart, right? And the work that it takes to pump through the chambers of the heart. With the focus, you know, just on you two, with everyone watching, right? Everybody's watching over here. There's still that energy of that light, right? So here's the light. This is that same light, but just very close up. It's all in the perspective, you see. And then here's 2 lights coming together as one. And you see this looks like the camera lens, you know, about to unfold. That it takes discipline, right? The coming together, the love bubble, you know, that's the easy part, right? The wedding and then the coming together and having a child. But it's the keeping the heart going that takes work and energy to stay present. That's the spiritual discipline of you. It's just you two together, the commitment to each other. Remember, this is all good and fun. But to stay connected to the group, you have to work one-to-one. So that's the energy that's coming up from the cards that came out. And let's see here what else was coming up. All right, so that was the 2 cards that came up together with coming together and intimacy, right? Right, so we had the group coming together, but the work comes in coming together one-to-one, right? Because you're the 2 who are always going to be there for each other. And you keeping your love energy in a high vibration is what ripples out to everyone else around you, as well as rippling out from within to the collective consciousness. Then these 3 come out together as she is the moon in the world. And that's the pearl energy of being very soft and feminine. And the sweet soul rising, the innocence of the little girl, the 20 of the judgment. We have 21 and 20, and then 18. So what's missing here is the 19, the sun. This is all feminine energy with the moon, the 4 moons. And we have that expanding in the other energy too, here in heaven, right? The 4 moons expanding out. And here again, it's doing the same. And this is very much of the third eye here, of the green and the purple, between the heart and the third eye and the crown. The darkness of the feminine, the vulnerability of the feminine, of the youth, the angelicness of the feminine, but the shyness and vulnerability as well, that she is the moon. She is vulnerable, the 21. She's vulnerable to judgment of her own sweet soul rising, and the going within for deep contemplation and distant shores, understanding the roughness in the seas, right? The ripple effect. When you expand the false light, how that also affects everyone else. Right? The moon is always associated with secretiveness and moodiness and romance at the same time. So seeing the perspective of that, as you know, romance would be a nicer thing to see as opposed to negativity and darkness, secrets. Making it sweet and innocent. She is the moon, sweet soul rising in the distant shores. It's too much feminine because they're missing the sun. She needs a vacation there, but also the masculine infusion there. Then we have the man of the earth, woman of the sky, you know, bringing the masculine into it. Here's the sun energy and the angel of Jupiter awaken, the lovers, walking away within to the lovers, finding the sun within. When the moon is without, go within to the sun and find your inner light in the wintertime when you can't always go outside, right? For smooth sailing here. Angel of Jupiter awakening, the six of the lovers, is finding the sunshine within. And these two both are very much about, see how all the people are in the layers of your vortex? That the vortex is made up of your community. The vortex that you are held within. And this is like a close-up of the energy of this yellow here. You lie within this vortex that is made up of everyone else. Everyone always contributes to the whole, to you being able to find peace and smooth sailing, finding the power here in your heart. Man, and the combination of the man of the earth and the woman of the sky, you know, without, this is that, you know, here's all that feminine energy, right? The cool colors, and here's the masculine energy. But you see they're all feminine related. It's the feminine being too moody and getting this energy, even though it's good for getting messages. When you're not getting any messages, you need to go into your sun energy of the masculine, become in the warm colors. As we're switching from the winter to the spring, and knowing without knowing, the 41, giving yourself self-love, spiritual love, new love, which always comes in the spring. Knowing without knowing, the mustard. I was just getting the game Clue with Colonel Mustard. Colonel Mustard in the vortex. Oh, look, it looks, I never got this before, but I'm getting, this is Atlas carrying the weight of the world. Like this is a woman, literally, you know, hauling buckets of water and stuff like that. And the M of the Mary Magdalene. The Mary Magdalene carrying the weight of the world for the masculine. So there's that Atlas and Hercules energy of one taking over for the other when the other can't. You know, being there for each other to carry the weight. And knowing without knowing. You always know when they need your help. That's the self-love, spiritual love, and new love. So why Clue? Oh, get a clue. Get a clue. Go within. You know when they need help, your help and support. You just know because it's part of you within. Colonel Mustard. Oh, so Mary Magdalene yellow is not mustard. Mustard is too brown for her, right? Because Mary Magdalene yellow is more like buttercup yellow. And mustard is, you know, it's a little bit too earthy. And that's very earthy when you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? This is all about the Mary Magdalene energy. She even looks like she's sitting and holding it over her head. Like in keeping her back straight, she's always being disciplined. But that's maybe too much of the earth. She needs to be human too. And the falling of the 14, and look at the reflection here, the 41 and the 14. The 14 of the temperance and angels being light as a feather and the weight of the world. You see the difference here? And here the colors have switched. The yellow's gone to gold over here. And this has become white and purified and light as a feather. When you're in your knowing, nothing feels heavy. It always feels light. The dance of the goddess, the 29, the being present. And again, this is the third time this has come up, the Three of Wands. Being present to the bigger picture. Even if that's within the pearl. You know, I always get this is the color of gangrene. So I always get the fallopian tubes here. When the fallopian tube and being strangled, right? When you have no blood coming to the uterus, to the place of creation, when it's being cut off, being strangled, right, by the weight of the world, you needing to give yourself a break and make it light as a feather. The purification of making things more simple and not strangling off your supply, you know, your creative supply. That was very interesting. And this came up separately as the one, right? The weight of the world upon your shoulders and needing to self-love. And then finding things light when you have patience for yourself. Stepping back to be present in the moment. And feeling when you're strangling. And what does strangling mean? It means you need to breathe. You can't breathe when you're strangled. It's cutting off the circulation. It's cutting off the blood. It's cutting off the air supply. And so air supply may be coming up as well. It's 10 o'clock on the nose on the clock. Okay, very interesting. So the first card that came out was Coming Together, which we're going to read. Of the Queen of Pentacles, which came up in the beginning as well. Come together right now over me. Coming together, you and another soul are coming into each other's worlds. It's karmic destiny unfolding, an expression of divine plan set in motion many lifetimes ago. That destiny may have a romantic purpose. It may have a sacredness that is sexual. It may have a sacredness that is creative and tender, about learning self-esteem or courage. It may bring a gift of enduring friendship and loyalty, or be an expression of a passing flash of divine force that shakes your foundations and helps move you out of a situation which would have consumed your light and breath and blood with tediousness and playing small. The coming together is happening, however. No, it is of love. This oracle brings guidance. You are going to be moved by love. Whether it's long-term or fast and furious, it is love and it has meaning. Let it be what it is and don't try to force it to become what you think it must be. It has worth as you do. Enjoy the experience and know it serves your growth. Two energy patterns came together and shared a frequency in a field of possibilities. And there was resonance. Rise and be love.